Hi friends, Allison here, and we have the month of May, the first part of the month of May, at least, right? So we are in my Fauxbonichi. I want to do the flip through of the first 15 days of the current month. So this is April so far. If you guys have been around, you have seen my flip throughs of this. If you're new here, welcome. Thanks for coming. I know a lot of you have come over from some other channels, and I'm just so grateful you're here. I just am in love with our community, you guys. I just love watching all of your videos and getting inspiration from all of you, and I'm just so grateful, especially during these days when it seems like we are kind of yearning for that social connection a little bit, that we have this venue and this forum to do it in. So I'm just grateful you're here. So welcome. So this is my pen and gear book that I am using for my current Fauxbonichi. I will put 2 months in this. It is barely going to make it. Okay, so there is what we have so far. I think I've cut out all the rest of the pages in it that will allow me to get through the end of May, but it's not super happy. So I would imagine I may have to like duct tape this or something. So I haven't added like a title or figured out what I'm going to do for the front, but okay, let's get going. Let's see if I can get you through this in a relatively doable amount of time. Okay, here's the beginning of May. I did not do like a cover page, if you will, an intro page just for the month. So it just goes kind of straight into it. And so this is May 1st. So here we go. Let's see. This number, I know a lot of you asked, this is from Lynn's Life, and I am one of her Patreons, which let me find my words before I try to spit them out. That is the only person that I am a Patreon to right now. So, but I've really enjoyed it, and she has some really fun printables, and it's like such a smoking deal. So, anyway, those are really fun. She does amazing collages, and then she made these giant numbers, which I really liked. So, okay, May 1st, I put a little snippet here of some material that I used like to make face masks out of, just as a reminder that we're still kind of going through that. It's obviously frayed and whatnot. This is just a quote from like the Mantra Wellness magazine. I've showed you guys that before, but it had like 30 things to do to whatever, stay grounded or something. And so I just kind of use them to mark different days. Here I'm playing a little bit with watercolor and I did this on a separate piece of paper and then cut it out. I'm trying to like write with my watercolor pen. And then I just wrote a little note to myself here, and I just put, well, here we are, another month at home. And then we got confirmation today, because it was the 1st of May, that we have no wedding for our niece this month. And so mixed emotions about that. Like, of course, we wanted to see them married and everything, but I just didn't know like if traveling to the wedding was a good idea and just all of that. So they ended up having to cancel because their venue, of course, cannot have people there. So they, of course, are very sad, and I cannot imagine. I remember being a young bride, and her heart is very sad. But anyway, I do think it's for the best. They were trying to see, like, could we do some people and not other people, and it was just kind of, woo. Anyway, so that's not going to happen. I got my Prove It ketos packets today. I'm super excited. So this was my first one, first flavor, heart tart. I really liked it, so that was good. I did get the charged, which has the caffeine in it, so drink it in the morning, and I put a little hydrate sticker on there. My daughter worked, and then she went to the park for soccer practice, and my boy drove to the park and walked with his friend for the first time since he's injured his shoulder. So yeah, they're doing like Zoom workouts or whatever, and it's like, ugh, it's crazy. It's nuts. So anyway, and then I packaged up my first sale for the Mercury site. I sold one of my Filofaxes, and so I mailed that today. Okay, these are just Happy Planner stickers. Oh, the new gym challenge came out. So like last month it was a running challenge, and we had to like choose which level we wanted to be or whatever. And so I was running every day. This month it's a bingo challenge. So I put not super excited, but I'm in it. Like, I'm up for it. Let's go. So, it's just like kind of all over the place. So there's like a bingo square for yoga, and there's a bingo square for running, and there's a bingo. So I feel like I'm not really in a groove, and I tend to do better when I'm in, a pattern of behavior, if you will. So my daughter got a sweet Mayday basket delivered today. It was so sweet. It was from one of the girls that she used to coach, like a younger girl in the soccer kind of thing. Anyway, it was very sweet. And I miss those days of making them and delivering them. We used to do that every year when my kids were younger. And I miss it. I miss the kids being in school, honestly, because I feel like that is where they get a lot of that kind of reinforcement of holidays, if you will, and not just holidays, but things even like Dr. Seuss's birthday or the 100 days of school. And I just miss those younger days in where everything was, celebrating. And we did a pie day activity, and I mean, it was learning, but it was like, I don't know, kind of like with a theme. I don't know, it was just kind of fun. So having two high schoolers and having them not going to school right now is not like as much fun. So my husband walked for hours today. He is doing his own challenge, and he is like walking like 13 miles a day. It's crazy. I found this little cutout. It says, I'm healing more and more every day. This is a Friday, so I did go to acupuncture. Here's a little card that I felt like kind of denoted that. I had a great treatment today. She's doing some other treatment. But it works, and I'm drinking my pH balanced water. And so I just this said happy day, and I just put happy May, and I kind of put it in there, and I put this little girl with the flowers on her head because it was May Day, and I just love it. So, all right, the second, again, some watercolor here. Today was, oh my gosh, Rachel and Dave Hollis live conference, right? So it was sad because they had to cancel their conferences this year. I selfishly was like, yay, because I wasn't able to go to the in-person conference this year because it would have conflicted with graduation for us. Now there's no graduation, but there's also no conference. And so they offered a live conference. It was 8 hours, you guys. I was on the computer for 8 hours. Oh my gosh. But just amazing. I took I think 19 pages of notes. They had a workbook that I bought, but I didn't want to write in it. I know that sounds really lame, but so I just took it like on my own notebook paper, but I love it. I love them. I loved the speakers they had. I just loved it. It was really cool. So, I love Dave. He is my spirit animal. Rachel's amazing and whatever, but my mindset is much more like Dave. And I just relate so much to what he's saying. Please excuse my children as they're screaming upstairs. I put, although Rachel's a star and started it all, Dave is my spirit animal. I find him so inspirational, and I admire his shift in functioning and thinking so much. So I just really, really enjoy. They had just wonderful messages that were all based on like functioning right now during this COVID thing, during the stay at home, shifting business, shifting personal thought. I mean, it was really cool. So I spent the entire day watching the live. I told my family this was like my Mother's Day gift. It was just great. It was just great. Can you hear them screaming? You guys, it's so funny because, they get a little bit more time to play together, and it makes my heart happy. They're both teenagers, and just to hear them giggling and screaming and cheering is just funny. They don't normally play video games together. They got them out during this whole thing. So anyway, I loved it. So this was Rise Live. Okay, so Sunday the 3rd, I documented this. I shared this on like some of the groups. This was a very emotional day for me. So for a few reasons, one of which is I'm completely drained from the conference. So, and that happened to me when I went to the live conference last year in Dallas. It was very emotional. You do a lot of work. So, and certainly when you're at home doing it by yourself, it's up to you to do it or not, or, whatever. Anyway, I was very emotional this day. My friend's dad was also very sick, and had surgery a couple days ago, and then had complications, and it's just it triggered me, it triggered my emotions, it triggered sadness and anger. I had like all sorts of stuff, coming up today, because I think I was also just so vulnerable and kind of available, if you will, for emotions because of this day. So, yeah. And I don't know. I was also very frustrated here. This is a lot about like me not being able to travel right now. And I'm frustrated with like the different thoughts on the disease or the COVID or do face masks work, or should we wear them, or should we shut down businesses, or should we not? And, my friend's dad being so sick and in the hospital, who I grew up with. I mean, I've known him most of my life. Brings up me not being able to be with my dad, obviously, who has, not been well, and whatever. So, I just put the severity of symptoms. I'm trying to journal and create, but I find that I'm easily agitated and I'm angered. Anyway, so I found this picture and it just, oh my gosh, you guys, I love it. So this was about like calm and breathing. And this was like, I baked you some, shut up cakes. This is, yeah. So anyway, there we go. Monday was May the 4th. So, this is my ode to Star Wars, if you will. We are pretty big Star Wars fans, not crazy fans, just like have watched them, knew it. My kid was into it when he was little, all that kind of stuff. So obviously, it's another cheesy holiday that I have so many fond memories of celebrating with the kids. I mean, we used to dress up, we used to do theme parties, we used to anyway, now that I have 2 high schoolers and school's not open, it makes for blah days, right? Because we always used to wear a Star Wars shirt and just whatever. So, the kids' science classes used to do stuff. I don't know. So anyway, I went to Cairo and PT today, and I'm really sore after that. And then I feel like I'm making progress. I went for a run today because I'm trying to fill that bingo card. I got planner stickers today. Oh, from Lynn Designs. And so I did a video on that. You can see my review. I've done the review of the stickers, and then I also planned one of my weeks in my planner with them. So if you want to go see that, you can see that. And then this is a note about my friend's dad who passed away in the middle of the night between here and here. So it was a very long night. We were on the phone, that sort of thing. So just honoring life, right? Honoring memories, just trying to be present for all the emotions there. So, all right. The next day is Cinco de Mayo. So this is kind of like, I don't know, what I think of as being on the beach in Mexico. If I had to time travel somewhere, I'd be in the beach in Mexico. It's one of my favorite places. So a big sun. I took my daughter to the doctor's appointment today, and she had to get a shot. Again, she's in high school, you guys. And so she got like a little pony. They asked her, what Band-Aid do you want or whatever? And she chose the little pony one. I just love it. So anyway, I know it's not a real holiday or whatever, but I mean, so many of us celebrate it. I know that it's not Independence Day for Mexico. It's actually a celebration over a battle with the French army. I'm amazed that it's celebrated more in the United States than in Mexico. Like, I know all of that. However, we're from Southern California. It's like a holiday. I mean, so I did talk to my parents. They had ordered Mexican food. We drove up to, we don't have a great Mexican food restaurant here. And we drove up. One of our favorite things is a food truck. I know it sounds weird, but they have really good Mexican food. So we drove up there. It was packed, you guys. It was packed. And so we stood and waited for like over 30 minutes just to get our food, which of course then you can't eat at the tables. And so we opened up the back of the car and we had like a picnic together in the back of the car. So anyway, Cinco de Mayo. And I put, yes, I know it's not what we think it is. This is nail polish. I've showed you guys that before. It's just like a cheesy dollar, whatever of it, but it's this really fun glitter color. And so I like to use it on whatever. Okay, May the 6th, I found this guy. He is a copy of a sticker that I have on my journal, and I just love him. And I was like, he has to go in. So I popped him in there. This was from a magazine that kind of came. If you watched my last video on making tags, it's the same magazine. It was like a free one in our mailbox, so I just cut out some stuff. I want to document some of the current stuff, obviously. This is my boy. I just put living his best coronavirus senior year life. I honor his dedication. So, in a lot of ways, this is very difficult. And in a lot of ways, I'm very honored to be a part of this journey for him because he has honestly kind of transitioned into college life, right? So they have Zoom calls that are very short in comparison to like high school. And then they have a lot of stuff they have to do on their own. So that's very much like college. And so he is monitoring his own time. He's, doing all, which he's done for a long time, but the shift into not having anywhere to be unless you want to be there, quite frankly, has really been interesting to watch, and I'm really, really proud of him. So, I mean, this is what I did during college, right? So, you study, you lay out, you do whatever, you eat, and then you whatever. And so I just, this is him. He's Zooming with his teacher. And so I'm just so proud of him. So anyway, I just think it's interesting because they have AP tests coming up and whatnot. So they're all, they're having Zoom conference and study calls and just all sorts of stuff. So this is a cutout, obviously from Pinterest or wherever. I put 25 years. Today is my cousin's wedding, anniversary of 25 years. And it's 25 years since my husband's and my first date. And I said, oh, how grateful I am that my boyfriend broke up with me and I needed a favor. My husband and I had been friends for years, and I had been dating this guy for a while, and he broke up with me like the week before the wedding, and I had already RSVP'd that I was bringing a guest, and I was 25, and I didn't want to go by myself, to my cousin's wedding anyway, so I called my husband, and he was, like I said, he was a friend, and I called him up. I said, dude, like, I need a huge favor. And he's like, sure, no problem, whatever, and I'm like, I need you to go to a wedding with me. He's like, sure, what day, and it was just so much fun. And we just, like, my mom will tell you, if you ever meet my mom, she'll say, oh, I knew it. I knew that day. And the crazy part is there's not one picture of us because there was like no pressure. Well, one, we didn't have cell phones, so let's remember that. But like, it wasn't a big deal. It was just like, we were just there. We were friends and we were just hanging out. So anyway, I just, we honor this day as kind of our unofficial anniversary, if you will, of, how we got together. It's always just a reminder, obviously, of my cousin's wedding anniversary. So anyway, this is me trying to letter again with some of the watercolors, right? And I'm just not, I'm doing it still on other paper and then cutting and tearing it out. Same thing here. Work, I did phone sessions today. This title is from Lynn. I just didn't print it in color. I printed it in black and white and then kind of highlighted it to match the page. I did the online workout, the live workout, again, trying to get that bingo. My daughter worked all day. She's watching 5 kids today, you guys. So she babysits like these 2, and then this other family has 3 across the street. So they kind of play together or whatever, but their babysitter was like sick or so. I don't even know. So they called and they're like, can she watch them all? And my daughter's like, Mom. So it's crazy, but we're all trying to help each other, right? During this time. The parents have to work, and I don't know, there's no daycare, there's no school. It's nuts. So I'm super proud of her. Then she did her team workout on Zoom at the park. Then she went to her friend's house to celebrate his brother's birthday. It was very sweet. Because like no one's allowed to socialize or whatever. And she's allowed to see these 2 friends, and like the 3 of them are allowed. Right. And so she just went over to help celebrate. It was very sweet. So they asked her to stay for cupcakes and whatever. My husband went for 10 miles after work, crazy. And then I posted my flip through of April today, or the last part of April. Having technical issues. I'm trying not to get frustrated. I enjoy what I get out of others' videos, so I want to continue. I have so much to learn to get better. And then this little like mad cat face. So anyway. Okay, so this was the next day. This was an interesting day because I was very emotional again. It was a Thursday. It's been a week, right? I mean, it's been like every day, talking to my friend about her dad and trying to help with that process, trying to be present for them in that process is, it's just difficult. So, I just wrote create in here, and then, this was the quote that popped up somewhere, and it stuck in my craw, if you will. It says the things a person buys, makes, writes, raises, says, gets angry about, gets sad about, embraces, and parts with, the paths they take, the air they breathe, the prayers they pray. None of it disappears when they die. The things, words, places, thoughts they had continue to live on. And it just stuck out to me. I sent it to my friend because obviously they're just going through stuff, and like every thought and memory and just everything, and you can see how their memory lives on. And that's kind of the evolution. One of the parts of evolution of grief, right, is that their memory lives on through stories and through things. Can you hear him upstairs? Anyway, I just thought it was really poignant today, but I'm totally aware that this was more of an emotional day for me. So I did do some adulting. I put all my stickers on here. I folded the laundry. I cleaned out the fridge. I took the garbage out. These trash stickers are from the Lynn Designs. Anyway, I just put feeling emotional, overwhelmed, this continued stay at home and impact on the economy and our way of living. Part of my discord is that we don't know the truth. So that's really frustrating for me, is that like you hear this and then you hear that and then you hear, and so I'm happy to do whatever is best. I just wish we knew what that was. I guess that's where I sit. So I don't like it when people say it's definitely this, and then other people say it's definitely this, and they're in complete like contrast. So that's very frustrating for me. These are like printouts I printed out a long time ago, like a free printable for planners or something, and I just found them in my stash, so I put those in there. I put the murder hornets are here in Washington, because that's like all the story. I haven't seen one, but everyone's talking about it. And then this is from Lynn. Again, I printed it out in black and white and I just outlined it. Here's some calligraphy. This is my quote today. So you can see like through here where I'm frustrated. I'm going back and forth, right? So I love the smell. I won't say it, but like, don't read it if you're, not a child channel. That's all I'm going to say. And then quote of the day, does it help the boat go faster? This was a motivational speech I listened to this morning, like kind of a get up and go morning thing that it like really stuck with me. And so I've written it a couple different places and a couple different things, and I can see if I can find a link for it or something. It was about an Olympic training team that it just really was interesting to me. And I think that it basically is saying like, every single decision we have impacts our future movement, our future outcome, right? So whatever your goal is, their goal was to make the boat go faster. So, and they were not very good. And so for like 2 years, they trained as a team, they did everything. And every single question, every single decision they made, they would ask themselves, does it help the boat go faster? Will it help the boat go faster? So what I eat, how I train, if we're going to change something. And so applying that to our daily decisions, I think is an easy way to remember, does this help me get to my goal? Whatever your goal is. Maybe your goal is to be a better mom. Maybe your goal is to be a better spouse. Maybe your goal is to save money. Every single decision, does this help me get to that goal? And so it really stuck with me. So this is a chicken I drew. I caught Brooks live today, which I rarely do because it's a Thursday and it's normally a busy day for me, but I was really happy to catch it. And I don't doodle very well, but that's a little chicken for her crafty chicken. So there you go, Brooke. All right, the next day was Friday the 8th. I picked up, well, my kids, actually. I sent my kids. My friend has a farm called Wild Handful Farm, and she is selling bouquets of beautiful flowers. And so I ordered some for Mother's Day, and I had my kids go pick them up. So how do you like that? There you go. I also put here, I'm so grateful for Facebook. I ordered my mom flowers. This is a beautiful orchid. It stands like, this picture does not do it justice, but anyway, and their delivery was booked, and I just put it on Facebook, and I said, okay, friends, like from where I used to live, I need a favor, who's able, and I got like 10 responses in 10 minutes. That's the days, stuff like that is blessings from Facebook of like, yes, let's stay connected. They're not my best friends. Some of them I certainly don't have their phone numbers or anything. And yes, someone I know that's a friend that I was friends with for many, many years. And she and I are actually closer than some of the other people that responded, but still just so thoughtful and sweet. She's like, I'm happy to do that. She swung by the flower shop. She swung by my parents' house, dropped it off on the doorstep, and was gone. It took her like 15 minutes. So super grateful for that. This is the day that I had my first live face-to-face conference call, whatever you call it, Zoom. It wasn't Zoom, but with some crafty, amazing women. And so I made this thing, and I'm sad I made it on this side, but it made sense at the time. Anyway, I was on a call with Sweet Elizabeth from Never Hopeless, Holly from Journal with Dolly, and Lynn from Lynn Loves Life, Love Lynn's Life. And I made this based off of one of Elizabeth's recent posts of a pamphlet she had. And so I covered it all with collage. I should have put the faces on this side. But anyway, oh my gosh, you guys, it was like 3.5 hours. It was so much fun. We just had like so much fun. And I'm just grateful again. I'm grateful again for Facebook and the internet. I need to re-glue this a little bit. We would never be friends. I mean, we live in 4 parts of the world, 4 different time zones, right? Or 3 different time zones, 4 countries. I don't know. Like how amazing is that? How grateful can we be for just things like that? So, really, really enjoyed that. I cannot wait to do another one. That was super fun. And then this is my page just about acupuncture today and healing my body and, trying to be healthy. All right, the next day is Saturday the 9th. This is a quote off of Lynn's collage. I didn't do a lot today. I was feeling like I just did minimal. This is all from Lynn, actually. This is all from her. Positives of today. All of this. This is all from Lynn. I did the online workout. I did get my first bingo out of everybody. I was like, yes. And then if we get bingo, we got to assign burpees to a coach that we chose. And so I assigned him to my coach, and then I'm like, I'll do them with you, right? So she's like, cool, we'll live it or whatever. And so I was like, okay. So I was excited I could actually do the burpees with my arm. It's the first time I've done them in a very long time, and they didn't feel great, but I got them done. And I just wasn't happy with me being on camera, like, bah, but whatever. I'm trying to honor strength in my body. So anyway, that was that. And then, here, loving all my printouts from Lynn, lots of inspiration from her. I did buy some more off of her Etsy site. She gave, I think they're all on sale, or they were, and then she gave her Patreons like an extra coupon or whatever, so smoke and deal on some of her printables. And some of the printables in the Etsy store are not available to her Patreons as part of our Patreon, so they're like different. And so I bought some of those, but I also printed out some of these. My husband walked 20 miles today. 20 miles he walked. Crazy. I'm praying he doesn't get hurt. But I'm so impressed with him. He's so impressive. So I love that. These were little stamps. I was doing some stamping. I think I'm going to share a video on that. Anyway, I watched, who was I watching? Leanne. And she was saying that someone she watches does a lot of stamping all at once and then like fussy cuts them. Like, here's an example. So, right. So, I was like, oh, well, that's smart, because I'm not going to get out my stamps every time I want one word or something like that. I want to use it like a printable or something and have them cut out and be able to like access them quickly. So, this was one of the stamps, but I thought, oh, I have my page out. I'll just stamp them all over. And it's such a cute little heart. That's one that I would keep on my desk probably and just use all the time. Okay, so the next day is Mother's Day. did some color here, some flowers. I'm not a big flower girl, so I'm certainly not a pink girl. But I felt like I'm trying, right? Okay, so I like the orange. So I did this. So this is some of the stamping I did. And then I did all my old sheets of these dates, which I haven't done in a while, but I think I posted that to Instagram also. So I just did some documenting here. This is a very difficult day for me. It comes with a lot of emotions, and it comes with some stuff. So my family, we're just very gentle on this day and easygoing, and we're not formal. I grew up very formal, like get dressed, go to fancy brunch, like all that. We don't do any of that. I need kind of my own time, if you will, in the morning. So my husband went for his walk. I went to the grocery store. I had my own coffee. Like we just kind of eased into the day, if you will. I have 2 teens. They slept. So this is the good life to me, kind of honoring where I'm at and just needing to heal through some stuff there. So my husband got a new beer from our local brewery, which was kind of fun. And then we always walk down to the beach. And I'm sad that this picture's so lame. Like it did not turn out on my sprocket. Like see how the color's better? Not that it's a good picture, but like the color's good. I'm just sad about that. But anyway, it is what it is. I just put fun, relaxed Mother's Day. It included a family workout. And so I made them like for Mother's Day, like I get to choose what to do, obviously. And so we all worked out together, except for my son, who still has his wing in his sling, as I call it. He's got his broken collarbone. So he literally cheered for us from the couch. He was like, "You got this, you guys, 30 more seconds." Like it was so funny. And then we walked to the beach, and poor Buddy Boy, my husband had to carry him for most of it because he's just so old. So it's a very long walk for us, and like uphill and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, but I'm really glad we got to go. We had a great dinner. We made sandwiches. It's just what we do. And so that's how I did Mother's Day. All right, the next day is Monday. Stamping. So you can see I kind of have my stamp out. So sometimes when you get an old supply out or something, at least for me, I feel like, oh, a little bit different page, right? Because I'm a little bit motivated to do a different design. So that was fun. I'm glad I did that. Monday's the day I go to Chiro and PT. Every Monday, it's the same thing. I went to my appointment this morning, frustrated, but progress. I feel better. And then look at this quote, you guys. Just because you aren't making progress as fast as you like doesn't mean you aren't making progress. Keep going. Look how poignant that is. So I felt like that had to go in there. That's for like mental health, emotional health, physical health, anything, saving money, anything, right? So I love that. I started a 5-day food challenge today, working on being my healthiest because I am worth the work. And then my daughter got invited to go sailing, or out, not sailing. I put a sailboat here, but it's not. They were out rafting and what do you call it? Like behind a motorboat. Anyway, she was invited to go out on the lake today with her friends. And so she got coverage for her job at babysitting. It was so sweet. And then she headed out to the lake. So it was pretty cool. And then my boy stayed home and studied most of the day for AP exams. I said, we'll be happy when those are over. My husband worked. He came home. He walked. I helped the boy clean up his room and iron and put away his clothes. He just can't do all that with his arm in a sling. And so I'm happy to help him. I got some creative time. I did get some of my to-do stuff done, and we'll do the rest mañana. How about that? It sprinkled and it rained today. I did not get my bike ride in like I was hoping to, because that's a bingo square, and my family got me a new bike helmet, you guys, and fixed up my bike and got all the bikes ready because we were going to do a bike thing, but decided not to. Anyway, I was going to go for a bike ride today, but didn't because it was raining, because I want that bingo for the gym. I printed up some journaling pieces and Etsy from Lynn, and I stamped a bunch. So here I'm stamping some more. Here's another stamp. So good day. This is a fish thing because I made this. If you guys haven't seen it, I made kind of like a cover page or whatever for my channel. And originally I had cut these fish out and we're going to like put the fish on here, but decided not to. So anyway, I had them cut out and put them on my desk. So Use the little date stamp there. So again, if you get out new pieces or kind of have them, see, this is what, Elizabeth, I agree with you, because when I clean off my desk and I put everything away, even though I know where it is, it's like I don't reach for it, right? But if I have it like in front of me, right in front of me, look, here's my date stamp. I could easily use it, right? So yeah, just my excuse for having all this stuff on my desk. All right, the 12th. These colors are the same. You can tell I have some stuff out on my desk again that I don't normally. These are my, you know, these. I think Lynn uses these. I think Holly might too also. I only have the 3 colors of this distress stain. I have other ones, but they're like really dark and they're like the walnut stains. But anyway, these are super fun. These are the dabber ones, not the spray. And I have, let's see, I'll tell you the colors. This is Spiced Marmalade, which is obviously this orange. This is Scattered Straw, which is like this yellow, which to me is a little bit lighter than Scattered Straw, but whatever. And then this is Tumbled Glass, which I just love, although, yeah, so it's that one. I would think if I were making this, Tim did not consult with me, but if I were making this, Tumbled Glass would have a little bit more green in it, almost like that. But that's okay, Tim. I really like them. All right. So this is a stamp. Oh, you guys, look at the graduation caps. So my boy waited until my daughter got home, and he asked her to go with him to the high school and pick up his cap and gown. It was the sweetest thing. So they had a whole drive-through thing. They had signs up. They had the teachers and staff there cheering for them. And I just put #unreal because it was so anticlimactic, and it brings tears to my eyes. My boy was like, yeah, it is what it is. And I have to like call them and figure out he didn't get some of his honor stuff and his tassels and whatever. And he's like, doesn't matter at this point. I'm like, oh, baby. Like literally he's been working. I know it's lame, right? But some of these kids have been working, I feel like, for 12 years to get to this day. And especially in his elementary school, like they didn't do the kindergarten graduation. He didn't, in where we came from, they didn't do kindergarten graduation. They didn't do middle school graduation because that is a high school thing. And you don't wear a cap and gown. I know a lot of people are like, well, at least I have mine from this year, or at least I have my, we didn't do any of that. He has been literally planning, preparing, doing diligent work for this honor to get him to his next stage of life. And so it's just so sad. And I know it's nothing compared to some other people's losses or what other things are going through, but that is our journey. So this was a thing. I just cut it out of an ad. I did work today, and it says, how do you feel? Because that's just like the therapist joke, right? Cool sticker that I like. It says, you've got this. That's kind of my mantra at work, right? It's just kind of my thing. If I could just implant it in every single person, I would tell them, you got this. Like, you can do this. I don't care what it is. You have the capability to do this, whatever this is for you, right? So I did do the workout this morning. I woke up and did the live workout prior to work sessions, and I just put work in progress. I need to figure out what my long-term fitness and goals and plans are, because I've been kind of all over the place with different gyms and different whatever with the healing of the shoulder and just all that. I need a goal to work towards. So anyway, I did adult today. I paid all the bills and did some of that. Oh, I got a fun Happy Meal today. Oh yeah, here from Jen, because I signed up to do the 49 stay-at-home collage on Barbara's page at 49 Dragonflies. And so Jen was one of the people that I signed up to swap with. And so I got that. So I made my page for that. And then I had to take both of my children in for their x-rays today. So the boy obviously has the broken collarbone. The girl has her continued knee issue. They think she has a torn meniscus. So had to take them into the doctor's office. So they, had to scan us and do a temperature thing, and we all had to put masks on, and then we had to have wristbands, and we had to go through, oh my God, it was insane. Anyway, I had to take them both. They both needed them for their ortho appointments. They scanned us and gave us these wristbands. So just trying to document kind of like what the normal part of our days are now, right? Like maybe 5 years from now, this will be like normal. So like after 9/11, we would have been journaling this. It would have been crazy. Like we had to take off our shoes and we had to do this and they had to like, scan us. Now it's just normal for us. So I want to document that like this is new. This is not our normal. They don't allow people in the waiting room. I did take a picture of like the chairs. They're taped off and it says, please do not sit here, social distancing, that sort of thing. So I don't know if this is our new normal. I don't know if this is going to be over in 6 months. So I just wanted to document it. All right, the next day is the 13th. Look at the fun avocado. That's one of the ones I had to buy from Lynn. I could not get it. This sticker came in Happy Mail. This really fun stitching and collage in the background is from Sweet Elizabeth. She shared it in one of our Facebook groups, and I just love it. I think it's so cute. And so I cut out the edges, obviously, and, piece some pieces together. I got my new washi today, you guys, that I ordered off Amazon. I love it. Look how stinking cute it is. Really, Allison? I mean, stop. Look how cute that is. I love it. I don't have anything like that. I have way too many washi. I don't need any more. I just bought a bunch that I don't need, but I want them. And look at how cute that is. I mean, how can you not want that? I don't know. So I did some more stamping. I was watching some old Courtney Diaz. I've watched her before, but I just was inspired kind of watching her videos, and I was doodling because the doodling's not my jam. I'm not very good at it. So I just kind of was doodling off of some of her doodles and pictures and all the stuff she creates. And then this is like a joke. This is my mom. I put sending a socially distanced hug. It was obviously Mother's Day, and we sent her the flowers, but oh, it's just a long-standing joke. But anyway, I got her new dish gloves, and these gloves are so cool because the inside of them are like, scrubbies, right? And so anyway, the first one was late in delivering. Well, the package got there, but it was empty. So they resent her new ones, and she got them today. And it's kind of a joke because she does not wear pink. Her favorite color is blue. Okay. And then, so she put them on, and then she sent us this picture, and she's like, how did you know this is my favorite color? And she's like totally wearing all blue. Anyway, I put, oh my gosh, and I put 10,000 points. I put Mom got her gloves today. So my siblings and I always joke, right, that we're competing for points with our parents and stuff. And so when she got this, she texted my sister or whatever, and they were joking. They're like, oh, Allison gets 10,000 points. Like, anyway, it's just a joke. It's all in good fun. I put Eric, my husband left early this morning. He won't be home until late tomorrow night. He was working 3 shifts in a row. He needs to stay at work when he does that. I had a productive day. I put lots of boxes checked, good sessions, paperwork's all done. The boy went to his PT in Cairo. My daughter worked and then did her time test for soccer, and she's been studying, and the boy was studying for hours for exams. So he's got 6 AP exams next week. Well, this week coming up. It's insane. Okay, this is the 14th. This sweet girl is from Hobby Lobby. She's from that Planner Girl brand they have. This actual cutout came in the Happy Mail from Jen, and I love it. I have some tags that match this brand and a couple other things, but I just love her. So I grabbed her, I plopped her on here, and then I put the colors to match. Kind of. She was kind of like my starting point is what I'm saying, because I just loved her. I didn't use her in my journaling page that I made with it. Anyway, I wanted to keep her in here. Anyway, I cut out some like quotes off of a printout I have from a long time ago, and I just did some journaling, and then I just put working on getting my mind in the right place to move to the next phase of the stay at home, struggling a little bit again with like what are we actually doing? Like, what's the long-term plan? Because this is kind of nuts. I'm trying to help my kids and my clients, right, work on adjusting. And so I need to be in a place where I'm able to do that. Okay. Be truthful with yourself. I put mindset regarding physical and healing also continue to work. Oh, this little thing was from the Happy Mail also, as was this. So I tried to use some of it in here because I just loved it. I think this is maybe from a flow or something. I'm not too sure, but this is so cute. And a fun sticker. I put a cutout of the coronavirus from that magazine, a little sticker for health, Health, weather, Allison. My husband's working. It'll be nice because he'll be off next week, which is now going to be this week. My kids are prepping for AP exams, and we ordered teriyaki dinner. And okay, this night, you guys. Okay, I was watching Elizabeth's video, which was not live. Okay, and she tapes them like way in advance now or whatever. But Elizabeth, you were cracking me up. I'm screaming at the TV or at the video, right? And she was looking for her jogging shoe and her nail polish sticker, and I'm literally like flipping through my books while I have them here. And so I found some for you, Elizabeth. So I put them in here for you. I found the sticker she was looking for, like, laugh out loud. I don't know. I'm such a dork. I was like, sometimes I talk to the screen because I think like we're live, right? You know, and so I was just laughing. So I found those and I just thought of you. I wasn't going to use them, obviously, you know, so I was just cracking up. So anyway, that was that day. Again, that little avocado is from Lynn, and it's just too stinking cute. I'm so glad I bought those. Oh my gosh. Okay, this was yesterday. Friday the 15th. Okay, look at the chaos on this page. Look at the chaos. Take it all in, you guys, because this is what my day was. It was crazy. So, I went to acupuncture this morning because it's Friday. I had a great start to my day, super calm, whatever. This is a little like monster I was making from Courtney Diaz, that same, you know, same kind of day I was doing this. I was watching this video on her making monsters and stuff, and I just like was drawing on some of this paper and just playing, right? And so she was saying, like, she made one that was the shape, and she was saying her kids like thought it was like a tooth. Is it? And I was just laughing. And so I was trying the different shapes out and just trying to figure out, and then I glued the scraps on. Anyway, so as I'm watching whatever and trying to create or whatever, I don't know what I was doing last night, my crown fell out. Chewing gum, my crown fell out of my mouth, like in my gum. Oh my God, like Friday night at 9 o'clock. So I was like, oh, I have a tooth monster. So I put them in here, and then I made a crown like upside down, and then I just journaled. So that's about me losing my crown. So I called the dentist last night, and I guess I'll go in Monday morning. I don't even know. I'm fine. It's not super painful. So, but anyway, okay. The rest of this chaos though is because I went to Joann's today, and I don't know where you are, but where we are, they're open. I didn't know they were open. They're open. Apparently because they sell material, which is an essential item. Fine. So I go to Joann's. I get there way after they open because I figure like there'll be people there when they open. It's no rush, right? I had my appointment. I waited an hour in line. And then they're like the least helpful people ever. There's no plan. They're letting some people in. Like 8 people come out. They don't let anybody in. We're like, is it 1 for 1? Doesn't that make sense? If 35 people are allowed in the store, if 1 comes out, does 1 go in? Nope. Doesn't work that way. I mean, it was like, I thought they were going to have like a riot. I mean, there was like 40 people in line. It wrapped all the way around the thing and around, 6 feet apart. It was insane. And so then we had to wait for our number to go in. And then while you were in the store, if you wanted material cut or whatever, that was what your number was for. It was another hour I waited until my number was called to get material. I was blown away. It was seriously one of those things that's like, oh my God, you need new people running this place. I was blown away. And they were so like not helpful, like actually unhelpful. Even today, I'm thinking I still need to write the manager because it was like no communication to the people outside, no rash or reason. We were in line, and the lady that was helping us, like that would let people in, she left for lunch with no explanation. Like, we know without a doubt, you guys, like anytime we can communicate, people feel better. That's why they have those signs on the freeway, right? Like you're driving along, you hit traffic. There's a little sign now that says, hey, there's an accident up ahead, you know, in the right-hand lane. It doesn't help you. It just lets you know what's going on so then you can adjust your mental state, right? All they would have had to say is, hey, Susie's going on vacation. Janet's going to work the door now. She'll let 5 people in at a time. Something, anything, but nothing. I was so frustrated. So my hour that I spent waiting for my piece of plastic that I needed cut to cover my table, which is my project for my son's graduation. Anyway, long story. I shopped. So I got new washi tape, and I got this really cool piece of vellum, which I love. I love it. And I covered my Hobonichi in it. I love this. I want to go back for more. And I got like these, which I thought were what I wanted, but these are not what I'm working on. And I got this one, which not really happy, but I'll put it in a junk journal or something. I don't really care. So I shopped for an hour. I found some fun washis. I really like them. They're super cool. And I found these really fun stickies. Look at these. How cute are these? Holy cow. Okay. So beyond that, little frustrated. So, frustrating day, and then my crown fell off, and I was like, I need to go to bed. That's what I need to do because it's time for sleep. So I woke up today. It was a better day. Oh, and this is washi tape that I had, and I put it in here because I'm not lying. I have one eyelash left from my eyelashes that we had put on literally 2 months ago, 8 weeks ago. So, so I texted my girl that, like of the day I got them done. I have the picture, and then of today, I have one eyelash left, and it was so sad. So today is the 16th, and we are back to a full eye of mascara. So anyway, that's life, man, in COVID-19. And I'm not even an eyelash girl. I've never had them done. I only had them done once, and well, twice now. I had them done in December and then in March. But anyway, I just am cracking up because there's literally like one left, and I'm not going to pluck it out because whatever. But anyway, I'm just laughing. So a little bit of chaos for halfway through the month of May. So that's it, you guys. We are now on the 16th, which is today that I'm filming, and I haven't started my pages, but I will get to that today or tomorrow, whenever. And then I'm hoping, I've cut out the pages, and I'm hoping that this book can handle the rest of the month. But that's it for me, you guys. That's halfway through May. Thanks for hanging out with me. I hope that you are well. And I appreciate all of you sharing like what you do and your creativeness. And I hope you find something today that inspires you. Take care, and I'll catch you in the next one.